Я батько.
Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки.
Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат шахтера. Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист.
Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист.
Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма.
Я кращий друг зі школи.
Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.
A lot of people look at us as robots who are just out doing a job, but everything we see and do affects us just like it does everybody else.
A lot of problems with first responders and veterans is that now we're in a battlefield that's very different.
I've lost more friends to suicide than I did in combat, and it really hurts.
When you push the human envelope to those maximum extents, physically, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually, and then you pull that plug, nothing prepares you for the silence. Nothing prepares you for that void.
You can't come that close to death without it having some effect on you.
I'll never forget my wife telling me, you know, you're not the same Brett that I married.
What War Horses does is it puts you in that environment to, in essence, look in the mirror. But that mirror's that horse. And that horse is going to tell you where you're at.
You got to relax. You got to calm down. You got to slow your mind down and just think about this one thing, controlling that horse.
The first thing we do before we get on a horse, we breathe. Let go of everything. Let go of everything in your head. If I don't let go of everything, I cannot be present with the horse.
It's magic. I just started crying. It was the first time in my life that I literally let everything go.
Compassion, generosity, love, all of these things trickle back into what it is to be a human being.
It's completely changed me.
All the confidence I had lost, it started coming back working with these horses. They've given me my life back.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Break 'em off some. Broadcasting live on this 5 June 2023 in the year of our dumpster fire. I'm your host. And I got a guest co-host tonight. And I got the Massey. Hey. Contrary to popular belief, we are not related. No matter how big our glasses and our noses are, we are not related.
Yeah.
I thought I was looking to a mirror, man. What you up to, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Excited to be on, and I appreciate you having me. And I'll resist the urge to call you daddy for most of the night.
Wait a minute. What year were you born?
81.
81. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think. Wait a minute. Ice Junior. Everyone's calling you Ice Junior. I don't know if I sit back like that and take off my hat like that and maybe get some scruff. I'd probably look like you too. Yeah, everyone's like Ice Junior. Leave my kid alone. Leave him alone. He's here to shit talk and shit post on all the Monday happenings.
Oh man.
And stuff like that. If you guys don't know who Massey is, Massey is also a guest host rotator on Pop Culture Warrior. And also you did a stint with you did it with Radar too, didn't you?
I did one with Radar, and then I'm in CQ's stable of show hosts.
Yeah, he keeps you at the rate. So sorry, CQ, I poached your guest co-host, man. Sorry about that. Whatever. I might end up just taking him if you're not careful. If he does good, I'm just kidding.
No pressure.
Is this the Maury edition of the Monday edition? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's looking kind of. Yeah, look at that resemblance. Holy crap. That's I feel like I'm looking at a young me. Anyways,
I'll try to make you proud.
Yeah. Yeah. See, CQ's already in the chat saying that's where you took off to. You get back in your hole.
Yeah.
So, he's being so mean. Why are you being mean? I mean, you better be careful, CQ. All right, we'll take him. I'll take him. Then what? Then what are you gonna do? You gonna cry? Oh man. So just real quick, a programming note. Yesterday was not yesterday, but over the weekend, Baby Ice had a birthday, and bro, I'm telling you what, man, my kid. Okay, it was a Mandalorian weekend. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Little guy got his full kit, so now he has Boba Fett's armor, his helmet, his jetpack, his gauntlets, his rifle, and bro, over the weekend it's just been like, it's one of those things where you don't have a I mean, don't get me wrong. If you got kids and you give them a gift for their birthday over the weekend, then guess what? You make sure that it's not a a noise making toy. I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Always quiet. Yeah,
bro,
absolutely.
Bro, he's been putting targets on his helmet. His helmet's got it's just like the Boba Fett helmet. It's got the little freaking targeting thing. And it has all the Boba Fett voices and stuff like that. And the jetpack makes all the noises. Bro.
I'd always be sure to not have batteries around until it was time to go to the ex-wife's house.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Oh, you're going home? I found the batteries. It's good news. It's great news. I found the batteries."
Well, my thing is that he comes into the freaking. He comes in, in the room when I'm sleeping, and all I hear is a voice, and it's Boba Fett's voice. So I'm hearing Tamara Morrison walking in my room, my kid's walking in with the freaking helmet, like that, and he's like, "Don't move, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna incinerate you." I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" So I've been dealing with the lack of sleep. He's excited, man. He's got the, I told him I'm gonna, I said I'd wear the Mando stuff today, so this is the way is on full display.
That means you knocked it out of the park to your own detriment.
Yeah, that's why I kind of keep my shows kind of clean, because on some topics, because my kids listen. I have and it's freaking Ice's ex-wife lives downstairs. Dungeon, get it right. I think I gotta throw some food out. Anyways, so my kids listen to the show a lot. They listen to the podcast. They watch this. So my kids watch this, and so that's why I keep my language a little bit, not flurring, flowering, freaking blah blah blah, because they want to see. I don't think they want to see dad, screaming profanity at them.
Yeah, noted.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, Branko, good one. Which ex-wife? Well, I am a divorce enthusiast and a collector, so would ICE did ask it, which yeah, exactly. But I got people already talking crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Taxation is theft. Yeah. So anyhow, so it's Monday. In the news, did you pay attention to some news and some recent stories lately of what's been going on?
You know, I'm coming in clean tonight, my friend. I haven't updated. I haven't checked anything after I talked to you. I was like, I'm not looking, so I've no clue what's going on in the world at the moment.
Wow. Okay. Well, did you hear about the sonic booms that happened over?
I did hear about that.
Okay. All right. So, bro. So apparently, 2 F-16s were scrambled, and they intercepted a Cessna Citation jet.
Yeah.
Which it's like a business, it's almost like a Learjet. And dude, they said the pilot was slumped over and unresponsive, and then the plane eventually crashed. But
yeah,
it scared everybody in the DC area because obviously, 9/11 and yada yada, and people freaking out. But
yeah,
everyone's like, did you hear that explosion? I'm like, no. There was an explosion.
And I read about it, and I was like, and I didn't read the full details. I know the found the pilot slumped over. I knew they said they no survivors, plane had crashed. I didn't know if they'd shot it down or if it was just the pilot was unresponsive and just went down with the plane.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what is actually, I think, Northcom, NORAD. Yeah. They're the command that handles all of our, the defense of the continental U.S.
Right.
They released a story they didn't release a story. They released a statement, I should say, because the whole event is a story in itself.
Right.
Saying that they intercepted, and it was from Tyndall Air Force Base. As a matter of fact, let me bust a window cap here for their statement. I'm like CQ does that with his little, and me I just like to post the window caps of what they got. So let me grab this, because when I talk about a story, they're like, oh, I don't believe you, that didn't happen, that's bullshit. I'm like, oh, let me post some receipts.
Right.
So there you go. So anyways, there it is. In coordination with federal administration, the FAA, NORAD F-16 fighter aircraft responded to an unresponsive Cessna 560 Citation aircraft. Authorized to travel at supersonic speeds. The NORAD aircraft, that's why there was the booms.
Yep.
And then they used flares may have been visible to the public in an attempt to draw attention. Could you imagine, dude? You're sitting on the fucking ground, and the next thing you know, you're seeing jets freaking just hauling ass.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
And then,
yeah, the pilot was unresponsive, and the Cessna subsequently crashed. So doesn't say that it crashed because he was unresponsive. It just says that it subsequently crashed and he was unresponsive. So does that mean he just wasn't answering the radio?
Well, see, that's the thing. I was talking to a friend, and there was a golf guy. What was his name? Payne Stewart. A sports bar. I see you in the chats. Are we? Wasn't that Payne Stewart that had the jet that went down? I think that was the case with him. It was Payne Stewart. He had a business aircraft the same way. It was business jet and all this other stuff. And I guess the crew had, or the pilot suffered hypoxia.
Oh wow!
Which I'm not an Aeromed guy, and so I don't know whatever. I don't want somebody to come across the web and go, oh, you bullshitted me and all that. So,
actually,
yeah, it was because of actually. And the conspiracy theories are already out there.
Oh, absolutely,
they're already out there. There's a conspiracy theory that it got Clinton. Is that too soon?
Too soon?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's unfortunate. That fucking blows, man. I mean, just like it just goes to show that no matter what happens in life, or no matter just routine things that you're doing in life, it could be your number. You know what I mean? That's your number. Yeah. Your number could be up, and then that's it. You're not going to get
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of thought that was
crazy.
Like, yeah, let's see what this happens out, because everyone says that they're, yeah, exactly. I already got people on my Twitter account saying that I'm Q from QAnon, and I'm like, he was headed with Trump ballots. Yeah. I am curious though. No, for real, I'm curious to find out who the people on board were.
Yeah. Yeah. People, person. Yeah. As the story unfolds.
Yeah. Of course, this is exactly. This is like specifically. This is a developing story. Question was who's in that plane and what they know exactly. Then you kind of go, okay, and then you start going on to that stuff. But then again, like it's kind of sucks. I'm gonna say this: if I ever go down, I know that I'm of heart. I'm of good sound and mind of not taking my own life. I'm just saying that right now. So if any of my shit posts happen, I think because you're my kid, you're in my will. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Yeah, everyone's going, who was on the plane? Matter of fact, let's fucking Google it. Let's fucking check it out.
Find out.
Yeah, who was on the plane? Who was on the plane? Go down. You join the Navy. No, Pip, you don't have to join the Navy to eat ass. That's
That's always an option in life.
Exactly.
Just some career paths make it much easier to accomplish.
Exactly. I mean, whatever floats your boat, but some people, I mean, I don't want to. Again, this is a child. This is a family oriented. This is a family oriented show. I'm probably gonna have some text messages from my daughter. Dad, did you just say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how parents like to do that awkward thing with their kids. They're like, Dad, ew, gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't want to get my daughters get all upset and all that stuff. So
yeah,
let's see.
My daughter's 14 and she's reveling in the awkwardness. It's easy to get her with it from time to time, but occasionally she'll throw it back at me, and I just don't know what to say. We were driving to the car the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, my tits are so sweaty," and I was just like, "Oh, I don't care." So
right. Exactly. Yeah. So, well, see, that's the thing too. We having daughters, they will just both talk about same stuff, and I'm like, dad in the house, dad present. So here's the flight path. Part of it that before it crashed.
The beginning part,
yeah, and it looks like it was, but everyone was saying it was about ready to go to, but you can see it fly south from Philadelphia and it crosses over Baltimore and then it hits the no-fly zone, and that's what got everybody freaked out. So
nice,
but this I want to continue now. This is a good question. Who was on the plane? Were they involved with Epstein? No, I don't know. Let's see. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, well, let me just pull it up. I'm going to re-verify this, but somebody just sent me a DM or someone. I just saw a message. That NRA, National Rifle Association executive, a Trump donor says daughter and granddaughter died in plane crash. Holy shit. An NRA executive and a major Republican donor said that her daughter and granddaughter was killed alongside the 2-year-old's nanny. And so, holy shit.
That is the fodder of conspiracies.
That right there is holy crap. How could you? I mean, dancing on the graves of individuals is not cool, but that finding out who people were and stuff like that. That's not really dancing on somebody's grave. I mean, unless we're not talking. Everyone's saying that definitely Clinton. Wow, that's crazy. I did not. Yeah, it's other news outlets. Newsmax says prominent Trump donor entire family killed in plane crash.
Oh wow,
dude. And this is from Newsmax. So yeah, best of my knowledge, blah blah blah. Yeah, typical news. Trump, rabble, rabble. Trump, rabble, rabble. MAGA. Oh my God, yeah, dude. Everything's getting so stupid with everything being MAGA, and it doesn't help that Trump supporters are MAGA-ing with the MAGA-ing. They're like, I'm like, bro, just stop. I saw something on social media saying, this is how we do it in Magadonia. And I'm like, did you just really fucking say that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Did you really just post Magadonia?
Magadonia.
I mean, I get it. You're loyal to whatever, Cheeto Man, whatever you want to go with. But I'm just like, oh my God,
that's amazing.
I just couldn't. So I just Magadonia. So don't even get me started. Yeah, exactly that, Pip. So every time something happens in the news, Trump had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Or Trump had something to call it, or Trump had something to do with it. And it's just like,
if nothing else, like you can say what you want about whatever, and my own whatever opinions, but I do miss the train wreck that was Twitter during that time.
Oh man,
that was a beautiful time to.
Bro, Twitter is, dude, it's fucking awesome. It's like I said, I didn't know. I had some revelations. I didn't know that the army was, or the military was, quote unquote woke.
No.
Until I retired and I got a Twitter account. Once I got a Twitter account, then this new world of shit posting that individuals are like, when the army's like this, the army's. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck happened? Was I asleep for 29 or so years? Did we? What are we talking about? What Magadonian stuff, or what Magadonia stuff is happening right now? That sounds like a fucking. That sounds like some. That sounds like I don't know, like a flavor of nut out of Hawaii. A Magadonian.
It's some flavor of nut, that's for sure.
Yeah. So what kind of flavor do you have? Oh, I prefer Magadonia. Do you want Magadonia? Oh, how about Magadonia? How about, you mean macadamia? No, Magadonia. I want Magadonia nuts. I was asleep for 29. No, I was not. I was pretty woke. I can say that. I was awakened. I was alive. No, he's not my kid.
I mean, I was a coastie, so I basically, tucked myself in with social justice every night. So.
Well, yeah. Well, did you even do anything? I'm just kidding. I break balls on the coasties, but I'll tell you what, I see, specifically when, my past experiences, traveling and being deployed, I've seen coasties do shit that I didn't know coasties did.
Right.
Like I didn't know that the coasties were defending, the Kuwaiti naval base and also running up and down. He was in the baby Navy.
Absolutely.
He's a puddle pirate.
Speaking of vegan ass.
Yeah. Speaking of vegan ass. So I saw the Coast Guard operate in the Persian Gulf and the way they did. And I'm just like, wow. And then there was a video that came out about a couple of years ago of that coastie that jumped on that narco submarine and was banging on and the submarine was like trying to like deep dive before he jumped on and started pounding on it. And then it stopped, like they got scared, and then they fucking opened up he opened up the hatch. And I was like, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, some of us did that. Some of us, cried a lot. Just we just check all the boxes.
Yeah, right, exactly. How many narco subs have you been involved? Do you guys have that stuff on your boats? Like, did you put like anytime narco shit? Do you bust? Do you airplanes how they stencil kills on their? Yeah. Do you guys do that too? No,
that stuff. I'm sure some of the guys keep their own, whatever, but not on the boats that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. Now you were assigned to like what kind of, were you like on a rib? Were you on a cutter? Were you?
I was on a cutter as a lowly non-rate, E3, E4, and then
what does non-rate mean? Means what? What does that mean?
Not rated. No MOS, no job yet. You're just free labor. You can go straight to school and go out, or you can go to the fleet if they're like your school's not available, and then you're non-rated. You have no specific job, so you're a bitch full time. So
holy crap! I did not. So it's like the Navy. Does the Navy do that same stuff too, or?
I have no idea. I'm sure they. Well, I don't know if they do or not. If you can go to as a non-rate, I really no clue. But yeah, so non-rated. Then you go to school, and I spent most of my time in Alaska, actually isolated duty stations for Loran. I don't know if you. Familiar predecessor to the GPS. I think it got shut down under Obama administration. They finally
wasn't that the station was one of the listening posts out there that was like towards the edge of the.
I was on Attu Island, which is right by Shimmy. The Air Force has a big station out there.
That's what it was. Yeah. I'm not saying I've been familiar with those types of those types of facilities.
But they have seismic monitoring facilities over there.
Of course, they have Don't they have the HARP up there or something like that? They have some sort of.
Yeah. Cobra Dane.
Cobra, yeah. Wait, don't they have? Isn't that where the Cobra Cobra Command Center also as well against GI Joe or.
Yeah, right.
I just didn't think that the Coast Guard rolled like that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's the information. That was the it was a Trump donor, and of course, immediately after that crash, immediately everyone's like throwing the MAGA stuff out there, and
of course,
and trying to drag this stuff. And specifically because 2024 elections are going to be coming up pretty soon, and it's going to be like, man, the campaigning's already happening. You got DeSantis against D. Treasy, and then Cornel West just freaking just announced his running for office. So about Ron DeSantis, you got Trump, you got freaking this guy, and then you have on the Democratic side, who do we have on the Democrats? Because I think Cornel West is like a communist or something like that. He's like a
Communist Party's running.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh yeah, Pence just announced. That's right. Yeah, so we got Pence. Let's see. Got to make news to get Biden falling off of his ass. The front page. Oh my God, did you see that video?
No. Oh yeah.
Of him busting his ass. Now I did some forensic research and with some other video guys, and he did trip on the fucking sandbag. It's not like everyone's like, whatever. Honestly, I think the general that was standing in front of him. Oh yeah, and Kennedy's running too. Robert Kennedy Jr. There was a general standing in front of the president while he was trying to walk across, and his ass fucking tripped on the sandbag. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Was it the general's fault or was it not the general's fault? I don't know, but all I know is too old. I mean, what? Trump's gonna be like fucking 80 or something like that. He's the same, and then fucking this president's already old. So I just don't understand what is it with old that everyone's like sticking to.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the eventuality if we stay a nation long enough for somebody to run entirely on social media and win. It's got to happen eventually at some point in the future that somebody will do 90% of their marketing on social media, do very little campaigning, and take it.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
Everyone's talking about no debates. I'm like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
No debate. I mean, would you freaking? I mean, would you vote for a candidate if they didn't want to debate? I mean, I think you'd want to hear it.
Yeah, think so. You know everything you need to know with the TikTok account. So I mean, that's how you do your debate.
Now, come on, Massey. In our family we don't have TikTok. I'm sorry, just kidding. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is a lot of information. That's where people are freaking out. A lot of the kids and all the influencers, man, they're freaking out because if they can't have TikTok, because you notice the TikTok ban went out.
Yeah,
big time. There was like all the talk about the TikTok ban, and then it just like fell out of the news.
It's gone. Yeah.
And so,
well, there are social, like I have a shamelessly have a TikTok account, and there's people that are crying. This could be our last post. We just wanted to thank all of our followers, and
yeah. Oh, Fetterman 2024. Oh my God. English is my second language, and I speak better than Fetterman. Sorry. And I'm just as fucked up as he is, so I don't want to hear it. Oh, you're an ableist or whatever. Debates equal media attention for the Donald. That's another thing too. Is it good that he gets platformed? Is it good that he gets? I mean, if he's running for fucking office, and that's another thing too. Dude's been impeached twice. He's fucking. He's also shit posting all over right now. He's going after fucking DeSantis right now, like you can't believe, bro. He's calling him DeSanctimonious and losing his shit. And then Nikki Haley jumps in. Hi, I'm just gonna go ahead and make no gun free zones at schools. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, this is a fucking train wreck. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a good time, and it's only gonna get better between now and then.
Oh my God, exactly, because then the whole game has changed. I would recommend the debates be just like WTF Nation Radio and Joe Rogan. It's just like, hey, have both of them come on as guests, and then and just ask them fucking questions and shoot the shit and get to know them, because these guys don't get like a minute or so to respond, and then the moderator, they all lose fucking, I guess you would say their focus. They end up being almost somewhat biased depending on who's the moderator. Trump does not want to debate DeSantis. I'll be honest with you. I want to see a debate between him and DeSantis. I mean, I'm a psyop guy, so I like seeing shit burn. I mean,
absolutely.
I like seeing freaking, dumpster fires, cleavage, train wrecks, the sun, shit you're not supposed to look at. I don't mind seeing. I would love to
shamelessly stare.
Exactly. I would love to freaking see DeSantis and Trump go back and forth. And then Mike Pence's stiff ass will be like, I'm just Ron has a horrible PR team. He does have, I would agree, he does have a horrible PR team. Trump said that he would debate Biden, though. The thing is that with Biden is like, I think he'll get like tripped up. I think he'll get tripped up and he'll I don't know, you play some gotcha games with him, and then he'll start yelling at you. Because that's all he does every time he talks. He starts yelling. He's like, blah, 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 because apparently there's like this where the boogeyman's out there, and name your boogeyman, then that's what happens. The Republicans hate veterans. You hate them too. Well, the Republicans, you hate them too. So I'm not saying the Republicans are any fucking different. But what's up, Musa? But that was my biggest thing is kind of like, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I would love to see the fire going back and forth. I want to see it, since we're not doing debates, or since they don't want to debate, then let's see some more unorthodox methods.
Yeah, absolutely. I think and talking about a chance to monetize, man, getting things on, like you said, like a podcast, and going to those mediums, the advertiser dollars would go out the ass, which is
right.
What runs the world. So
right, exactly, especially on social media. And you know what, Elon Musk posting that shit, he posted that he's allowing different influencers and different people to post on Twitter. I think it was Tucker Carlson. He once he left Fox, he posted his shit, and then there was that what is a woman documentary fucking that I think was Matt Walsh or something like that posted.
Yeah,
he allowed to play a whole full fucking documentary, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm fucking talking about. Let's have some I guess you would say like debate tweeting or tweet off or whatever, because
I just want to see it all devolve into just nonsense schoolyard insults.
Yeah. Enough of the niceties. I want to see them. And that, you know what? And that's a good thing. That's somebody brought that up in one of the chats, is that it was Pip said it. Trump is the ultimate come at me fucking candidate. It's like the reason why he broke that mold was because he told people, I mean, he was like literally the decorum, because most politics are, well, in my administration, we do this and ensure that the government is blah, 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 and then blah, 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 blah. Then he has a debate with Hillary Clinton. I can't, blah, 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 blah. She's going on, and then he goes, because you'd be in jail. And everyone's like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yep.
Did he just fucking say she's gonna throw him, and he's doing the lock her up shit? I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah. No fucks given, man.
Yeah, that's what, and I'll be honest with you, that is admirable in a candidate that was like, because dude, I'm telling you what, I don't, this may sound like some fucking some crazy shit to say, but it's almost like we've gotten to the point to where when someone says, I'm going to run for office and I'm going to do this for you, and they get to fucking Congress, they get to whatever office they are, and they don't do shit.
Yeah.
They don't do shit. They end up, oh, well, I guess that bill's got to go through. You don't understand how these things get through and all this other stuff. So, let's, I guess this is what, thank you for voting me though. Vote for me again. And because you'll have one side that say MAGA Republicans, painting that broad brush. And then you have, again, somebody said libtard to me one time. And I'm like, what the fuck's a libtard? And then you have the liberal side of the house, which is taking that fringe to, another freaking level. So,
yeah.
Someone said that. You remember how Clinton was out lawyered in the 90s and then Obama in 2008, and Trump is the next evolution of candidates. I will say this. His treatment to the media and how the media treated him, I like seeing that.
Yeah.
I liked the candidate fighting back, And I guess you'd say counter shit posting of what the media was saying.
Right.
No,
Right.
no, blah, 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 no. You're fake news. You're fake news. You're fake news. Blah, 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 blah. Now, some of it got a little overboard, but then some of it was like, fuck yeah. I've always wanted to tell CNN their fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what got them. That's what got the popularity stuff. Obviously, the fucking whole bullshit with the, what he afterwards with his fucking impeachments and shit like that and all that stuff. Turned out a lot of, again, man, the political stuff that we don't know. You don't realize how much vitriol you're missing until you get a fucking Twitter account. Just
I need to get back on.
Just
I need to
get
back
a
on.
Twitter.
My old one might still be around there somewhere.
Just get a freaking Twitter account and watch these people are freaking just. Trump says, I think I'm coming back to Twitter. Oh my God, Elon is a racist. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with him? Being a fucking, he's got.
Yeah, so, right?
Yeah. I mean, dude's got fucking money, man. People are hating because he's rich. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Dude can bring back rockets back in a fucking 200-meter fucking circumference. I admire that shit. You know what I mean? That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is that it's somebody said to the normal politicians are a dime a dozen. Kind of like Pence. He's like a normal politician. No, like Pence, and I mean the Republican Party's all fucking trashed anyways. They're who do we have, or who do we have on the Democratic side too? Who fuck man? We got we got Biden running again. Yeah, got it. And then we got Cornel West. Yeah, okay. And then we got some other. We got Robert Kennedy. Dude, man, it's like okay. Then now who do we have on fucking the Republican side? Oh, we got Nikki Haley, we got Ron DeSantis, we got fucking people just shit talking back and forth, and then we got Mitt Romney, who's like, I don't think he should be back. I'm like, dude, do we not have anybody else on either side?
No. That's the long and short. Nah.
Pookie says Alex Jones for 2024.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're happy to see on TV. That's right, man. If you have the Xbox and you have the YouTube app, you can go and search on WTF Nation Radio, and you will hear me crisp and clean and in stereo. And there you go. You'll be able to absolutely hear me and my son here. I mean, my co-host here.
I don't want to hold the flashlight again. God damn.
You need to clean your room. Anyways, but yeah, dude, it's like who do you choose? Who do we have? They all suck.
Yep. And then you get into the whole lesser of two evils bullshit with voting, all time low, it's ridiculous. But yeah. And then, most people's any type of opinion is dictated by what they're seeing on social media 9 out of 10 times, and the giant echo chamber is in their world. So it's, I don't know. Like I understand why people are saying they don't want debates, just because they don't want to hear anything outside of what they might deem as, not true anyway.
Correct.
It's pure insanity.
Well, I think, and this is just me, that Gimli 2024, I think that, how do I say this? I think with the lack of debates, there has to be the alternative. That's what the mystery portion of it. With no debates, there has to be a fair opportunity. And I'm telling you, man, as a matter of fact, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio will be more than happy to host any debate or host any candidate we've had before. We've had left and right individuals join us to shoot the shit with myself and the Flash and all that. Do I support an NCO buying pizza for his troop? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I support it. What's wrong with that? Yeah, debates with Trumps are roast. Oh, a good point, Holly. He's shit posting. His debates will be nothing but shit posting.
Yeah.
Ice and Radar 2024, boats and hose, and RCOMs for everybody.
Oh, my stance on corporate taxation. Your mom's a whore.
Exactly. And I don't like fucking nepo babies, so your kids are all gonna get fucking taxed. As a matter of, there's talk about, I guess I don't remember. There's a public school talking about bringing hang on, I want to make sure I get this right. Public school religion.
Oh.
I don't care about private schools because they're private schools. The majority of our politicians, anyways, send their kids to private schools, and so I anybody says, oh well, you know, I'm opposed to school vouchers and I'm opposed to prayer in schools and I'm opposed and I'm opposed and I'm opposed. Meanwhile, their kids go to a freaking Catholic school,
right?
Or they go to a private,
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I'm digging for the story as we're talking. Separation of church state.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, kind of like the whole fucking reason the whole separation of church and state was to begin with. It's like, if you're going to allow one ideology, you got to be careful because it goes down that slippery slope, which right now everyone's like freaking out about because of pride and all sort of shit. So
you know what the far right Christian argument is on that though, right? Is that was made to keep the church out of this, or the state out of the church, not the church out of the state.
Ooh, that sounds that's on borderline. Doesn't that sound like Sharia a little bit? I mean,
but that's I've heard that on more than one occasion. The purpose of that amendment was to keep the state out of the church, not the church out of the state. That's I mean, I grew up middle Tennessee, like, southern, redneck, the whole nine, and yeah, I've heard most of these. Yeah.
My religious fluctuations fluctuate. Especially when you have near-death experiences, you start realizing about stuff about religion that you're like, oh wow, okay. Here it is. It was a state school board in Oklahoma voted to approve that would be the first publicly funded religious school in the nation. Publicly funded.
Wow.
Despite a warning from the state attorney general's office that the decision was unconstitutional.
Right.
Public funding, no way, dude.
Wow, no way.
Do they recognize Jedi or Sith Lord? I don't know. I don't know. The way things are going, Mandalorian sounds pretty fucking cool right now.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
So Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Separation of church and state. Everyone always likes to say that. Separation of church and state. Oh.
That's wow. Yeah. No way. And I'd be less surprised if they signed some shit like that in Alabama, but Oklahoma's a little. I mean, granted, I understand it's a more rural state as well. Pretty red state, but still, I'd be less surprised coming out of the South if that was a thing.
I was surprised it came out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, wait a minute. Tax funded. See, here's the thing. Tax funded. Anytime I hear tax fund, that means it's coming out of my money. That means it's coming out of that's coming out of taxpayers. And I don't believe that should be, no, I don't believe that should be, I think that's a no-go. I think it's unconstitutional. Hell, you don't have to be smart on the Constitution to know that it's unconstitutional. When you like I said, exactly. Everyone's like, if I had kids, I'd homeschool them. Because it's either you deal with one ideology or you deal with another. You either deal with whatever ideology that's out there that's a progressive one, or you deal with the religious one.
Yeah. Wow.
State board in Oklahoma voted Monday to approve what would be the first publicly funded religious school in the nation. I'm opposed to that. I don't think that's cool.
100%. Yeah, no way.
The approval of any publicly funded religious school is contrary to Oklahoma law and not in the best interest of taxpayers. That's what Oklahoma Attorney General Gintner Drummond, and that's like, you don't even have to freaking, like I said, you don't have to be smart on the Constitution to fucking know that.
Yeah. Wow.
So. I'm reading something else here. Brett Farley, the executive director of the Catholic Conference of Oklahoma. We are elated that the board agreed with our agreement and application for the nation's first religious charter school. This isn't a private school. This is a charter school.
Wow.
American United for Separation of Church and State denounced the board's approval. I agree.
Yeah, I would think so. Wow.
I agree. Separation of church and state. That you want to talk about slippery slope.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No pun intended.
I have no worry. Or pun intended.
Or pun intended, yeah. Praise the Lord. Could you imagine going in there? Oh, today we're going to learn, about the, here we have the 1 + 1 What is 1 + 1, little ice? 4. Blasphemer. You know, freaking, what kind of detention this kid's gonna get? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I mean, the Earth was only 6,000 years old. At least they'll finally learn the truth.
Something about that, yeah. I think the parents should pay taxes. They should be able to choose public or church. There you. Well, I mean, like I said, that's they don't want.
Do I get to choose?
Yeah,
what
that's exactly. Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Do you get to have that discussion with your children about at that point when you start? Because what if you're an agnostic family? What if you're an atheist family? What if you're what if your family when it comes to religious? What if you're Muslim?
Yeah.
What if you're Muslim and your child all of a sudden your school gets transformed into a damn to a freaking Christian school, a Catholic school? What happens then? What about the answer to all tests will be Jesus saves? Yeah, exactly. Oh Lordy, yes sir. Little Ice, you did not complete this this task. How come you did not do your homework? Because I was praying. I was doing Bible study. Aw, okay, we'll just go ahead.
I was fighting temptation.
I was fighting temptation because the Lord told me to, to play Xbox after a couple of scriptures.
I was witnessing to people online.
I was throwing the witness. Well, I mean, how could you? I mean, so if a parent's not, again, to each his own on or her own on whoever whatever people's place of worship is, but to make that a because what happens when, like, what happens if that school district that this religious school proposal is going to be having? Ooh, Pip. Ooh, shit. I was fighting the priest off. Ooh. Because the teacher had big tits. Why? It's like, imagine that's the only school, because, Oklahoma isn't exactly a freaking populous fucking state. So it's pretty rural. And so what if that's the only school that you're going to go to, and then all of a sudden you're like, the next thing you know, I had to go home and do Bible study. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean Bible study? I'm not, again, I'm just talking specifically about religious stuff.
Yeah.
I don't believe in putting my religious beliefs on anybody else. No, I think the state should do either. That's a slippery slope.
Yeah, 100%. And it just makes you wonder. I mean, do they have to get the curriculum approved beforehand? I mean, is that part of the thing? Yeah.
Well, what's funny was you bring up a good point. The curriculum approved. Think about this, because we all have right now this the controversy and the discussion of a drag queen story hour, right? And or a curriculum of teaching that people like to go off on one end or the other.
Mm-hmm.
What this should be taught in schools. But then you look at, okay, so am I gonna get a read ahead? The same people that say, I demand to know what my kids are learning in school, I demand to know what my kids are doing in school, blah 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 blah, are the same ones that are probably behind this shit.
Yeah, 100%.
That are behind fucking doing this religious school. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen if I decide to open up a madrasa, an Islamic center, faith center, and I decided to do a school there? What happens if a synagogue or a synagogue, a temple wants to get put up there? It just gets into muddy waters where,
100%.
Freaking churches, separation of church and state. I can't.
Well, that's by definition why private schools exist, right? So you can choose what you want your kids to learn, the environment you want them to learn in, and you can, pay to have that privilege, as opposed to a neutral, state provided education.
Right. Well, neutral state education. I mean, I just want to know, freaking.
I'm using that loosely.
Yeah. I just want my kids to know what 1 + 1 is and do some algebra and stuff like that. I don't need to know about, that's what Sundays are for. If I wanted to send my kid to Sunday school, that's what, that's what a Bible study is for on certain nights. That's what that's all about. But could you imagine if I decided to start, okay, fine. We want to do this then? I want to open up a madrasa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. I have some close friends that are of a Muslim faith, and they're, no problem. It's like, what do you exactly that? What are you teaching my kids? Okay, you have the ultra right super Christians that say, I demand to know what I'm learning with my kids. Is that same policy going to apply there?
Yeah.
So, what was Oklahoma's Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, who earlier this year signed a bill that would give parents in the state a tax incentive to send their children to private schools, including religious schools, praised the board's vote. See, the tax incentive stuff to a private school, I'm cool with that, or a religious Catholic school or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that, but I demand 1 hour Bible study during every Monday edition. Okay, Pop Culture Warrior.
I can lead. I went to Bible school.
You went to. And here's the thing that kind of pissed me off too. This is a win for religious liberty and education freedom in our state. I am encouraged by these efforts to give parents more options when it comes to their children's education. I don't mind if it's a private school.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know where the school district is at. I'm gonna have to do some researching, man.
Because you said charter school too, though. So does that mean is it like a magnet school, or is it like you have to apply separately? Like you have the option to go to that over just your standard local public school. Like I know, like here, for instance, my daughter, like they have a lottery for these magnet schools or charter schools.
I thought you said fucking MAGA school for a minute there. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Macedonia, man.
Macedonia, yeah.
but no, so they specialty schools that you can apply for and try to go to that are publicly funded, but are more, specialty education than like they have engineering focused public schools, but you have to apply to go part of a lottery, blah, 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 blah. Like, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't give too much detail on it. It just talked about it was going to be in the approval of,
which I'm still not fine with, but I'm just,
right. Yeah. It's like, friggin' if it's my tax dollars going to something like that, then, ooh, Mike's got a good point. In God we trust is on all our money, which happens to be the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's an attachment to that too. I don't want to, because talking about ex-wives and dungeons and shit, but I don't want to add to that. Why? You're not gonna get in trouble for your ex for shooting shit like this, right? Because my ex-wives don't know who I'm talking about, so it could be any of them. So it's like a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Then we're like, is he talking about me? I don't know. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, dude, I'm kind of like, no, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool. Again, private school, shit, fucking Christian center, it's not tax, whatever. Because
right.
it's the tax exemption stuff too. That is what Ms. Pookie brought up too. Was a good point. Is that we have. We have taxes for a fucking reason. I kind of get it. I wish there was a good tax code that we can go by, but if all of a sudden I see in my paycheck here, if I see FICA and Social Security, and then I see church tax,
right?
Like, what the fuck is this? What if I don't go to church? What if my family doesn't go to church?
Right. Well, I have like, honestly, personally, I'm a little personal flag show here. I'm not a fan of most churches over a certain congregation size being tax exempt. I feel like mega churches should be paying the shit out of some taxes, man.
Bro, those like Joe Olstein.
Yeah.
That dude, do I have exes in Texas? In fact, I do. I'm trying to count. Anyways.
I have two. So
you have two
like
exes in
like
Texas?
son.
Oh, like father, like son. That's right.
Yeah,
please continue. Yeah. Oh, not exes or Texas? What are you saying?
Two exes.
There you go. Carry on the tradition. I can't remember yesterday what I did yesterday. Remember attendance high school, sex at high school. That's a good point. Sex education wasn't until I didn't receive it until like fucking 8th grade, but it was all the technical stuff. It was like, as you grow, chemicals in your body does this, and you'll start having a deeper voice. And if you're a man, you'll get this, and you'll start to stink more, and blah 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 blah. If you're a girl, blah 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 blah, blah, right? And that happens. Then that's how. We don't want you to be porn or anything like that, but
I learned from hooking up with a teacher. Granted, I was homeschooled, but still.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I was like, did she get busted or something like that? Because like, bro, I just understood the crude joke right now. I'm probably gonna get a DM from my daughters. Dad, who's that out there? I'm just kidding.
That's my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh my god, my daughters are pretty crass when it comes to their sense of humor too. They're fucking hilarious. Oh my god! Believe it or not, I'm not saying that I get some of their gimmicks from them, but sometimes they'll come with some good one-liners that I'm like, I'm gonna use that.
I'm gonna use that.
But mega churches, Joel Osteen, Billy Graham, all those big, the Lord told me to get me another yacht, and lock you outside while there's a flood.
Right.
That's what Joel Osteen did that.
Yeah.
Until he finally was twittered. He was twittered.
Twittered into it.
He was twittered into it to be kind and all that stuff. Mega churches. The Lord told me that I need to get some jets and I need to get some Ferraris and I need to get some. I like that new Corvette. And the Lord said I need you to get it to me. So that's the whole
name it, claim it.
Yeah, name it, claim it. That's a
Well,
gimmick.
That's the sign that the Lord is happy with you, right? When you have cool shit. Like,
is it? I don't know.
Yeah, when you're pleasing the Lord, you have good stuff.
He must be pissed off at me because I'm not. I don't have shit.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute, because the Lord told me. Now I'm not going to bash any. Specifically just because it's a Christian school, I'd be opposed to it if it was it was Islamic or Jewish or whatever too, because separation church and state that's clear. There's no. I don't believe in state funded religions because we're supposed to be. The Lord said I need to get better hookers. What if the hookers are a test?
That's why you got to put them on credit. You get better hookers to afford better hookers.
Yeah, exactly. You got to build up some equity on your hookers because if they're hoes in the house, you got to make sure that you fucking get it. Anyways, we're gonna take a break right quick so I can. I gotta hit the heck. I'm drinking some coffee, and I'm pretty sure. Freaking Massey's sitting there just tossing back a couple of drinks. That's what I'm talking about.
A little whiskey.
Little whiskey. Where's my Whataburger fountain drink? That's not until Thursday. Thursday is the Baby Ice, Big Ice, freaking Whataburger fiasco for dinner and chow, and that's his little tradition. I just drink coffee on Mondays because I'm really drinking coffee right now because that little one kept me up with the jetpacks and blasters and weapon sensors and holy crap, man. So we're gonna take a break right quick. We'll be right back. Refill your glasses, smoke them if you got them, and me and Massey will be back to shoot the shit. Showits.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue. If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit. Like constantly.
Nothing feels the same. Left it all Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where you lost your faith. Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. While you keep it in your head. Is it so bad? Never heard a word you say it. And it's so sad. Tell me when you lost your way. 'Cause it's so bad. I wanna see you when I pray. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Is it what you want? Is it what you needed now? Is it what you breathe? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you feel? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you wanted? I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down? Hello, hello, you. Won't you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. All right. My man Massey here. On the shit posting, shit talking. Man. Oh, hey, what's up, Heath? I see you in there. Let's come back here and running back and forth. Oh man. So the next big news thingy, dealio, whatever. I don't know if you want to call it that. Well, you guys remember that movie Breach? Did you ever see that movie Breach?
I didn't see the movie,
dude. That's like, well, I don't know. You were just a baby at the time, so
yeah. You would know.
So the movie Breach was a movie about Robert Hansen, who was the biggest fucking double agent traitor ass on the planet. gave up secrets to Ivan, Russia, and gave all the fucking. I mean, this story of this dude, unfucking real. So Robert Hansen was a double agent provided for years. He basically spied against us, betrayed his fucking country. And so that's the movie. If you guys don't know who he is, if you guys might have seen his face elsewhere, let me throw here. He died, by the way. He died today.
About it, right?
Yeah, that's where
today.
he died. So the agent who spied for the Russians died in a Colorado supermax prison. And so, which I didn't know that there were supermaxes.
Yep.
So, and if you guys don't remember his face, let me see. Psh, there you go. There's his snitches get stitches.
He looks like a dude that would sell some shit.
Yeah, he'd sell you out, right? He looks just that fucking that untrust look and shit. So, anyways, he died. Yeah, he was the most damaging spy in the FBI history.
That's the face of a dude that backs out of $5 bets over just random shit for no reason whatsoever.
I bet you $5. No, man. Yeah. Well, no, he'll sell you out. That's the thing. That right. He'll sell your fucking ass out. So, well, not anymore. He's dead. So he died in prison. Obviously, everybody knows. If you guys now know who he is, he served 15 consecutive life sentences.
Wow.
So he was 79 years old. Was found.
I don't think he made it. He said he served 15 consecutive. I don't think he got any of those consecutives in.
We got to find out if he's. Yeah, we got to find out if he's on the next one yet. That's the thing. Yeah, and then we will know. He 79 years old, found unresponsive in his cell about 6:55 a.m. Wow. And despite attempts to revive him, I shouldn't say that. Revive him, just like they did chest compressions on Epstein. Anyways, that's another story. Failed. Obviously, couldn't revive him.
Wow. Would you say that the staff were rushing to his aid?
That's what's. Could you imagine? I mean, could you? Would you? I mean, think about that, man. I mean, you. What if you were? Well, yeah, exactly. He was 79. Think about this, man. You're a prison guard, or you're in charge of the wing that has him contained, and you knew, like, what if the prison guards, what if they're like veterans, like their family was one of the individuals that the Russians killed, spying? You know what I mean? So many variables and stuff like that. Yeah. Would you rush? Would you go? Oh yeah. Oh, it looks like he's not breathing. Call EMS.
Yeah.
I mean, just call EMS. EMS, are you gonna come? Just take.
I would have used my Christian public school education and prayed for him.
Ooh, good one. Your Christian public school education to thoughts and prayer his ass. Okay, is that what you're gonna say? Hansen began spying for the Soviets back in 1979. 3 years after he joined the FBI, a counterintelligence unit. It's always it's always the intel people that you find out about. It's either like, well, the majority of them are intel people that end up, selling out their country. Reality Winner. You had Chelsea Manning. You had, it's usually the intel ones are the ones that do that stuff. Using the alias Ramon Garcia. The Chicago-born Hansen sold highly classified national security information to Moscow for $1.4 million in cash, bank funds, diamonds. Dude, I mean,
I don't understand. I never have understood granted, you can be great at your job as intel or as a spy, but being in the spy community and knowing the advanced level of technology and things available as a spy, even in the late 70s, I don't understand how you can justify it and think you're going to get away with it, right? At any point in time, like, how do you think you're not going to get? This is foolproof. I'm totally going to pull this shit off. I don't understand.
I think a lot of it, but you bring up a good point. I think a lot of it becomes greed.
Yeah, true.
A lot of it becomes greed. Like they get
maybe the thought of I'm good enough. I'm not going to get caught.
I'm not going to get caught. Yeah. So you get some money and next you know, you get your first $50,000 check from Ivan, and you think it's not a big deal, but to them, to Russia, and it's like fucking you're giving them the goods. And you freaking you give them you know you give them that, and then I mean personally I think it's greed. I think they just overdo it. But like I said, $1.4 million. I wonder what $1.4 million over the course of time, or was it
one payout?
A one payout, yeah, exactly. Because he's got diamonds and stuff like bank funds and shit like that.
But I think though, even the smartest people though, like you start throwing money in and just get incredibly stupid, incredibly fast. I think you get overconfident because of the amount of money or whatever the case may be. But it's because it always seems to be the case. You hear stories. And this not even at this level, but of course these are younger people. He was, I don't know how old he was, but like when I was in, you always hear the stories going around of like, you know, a couple of E3s getting busted, you know, for basically keeping a piece of the bust and selling it on the street, and you know, you're showing up to work at fucking BMWs. And I was like, dude, you're an E3 in the Coast Guard. You're not driving a brand new fucking Beamer.
Exactly.
I don't know. Do they just get, you know, careless, reckless? Like, I want to know what trips these guys up sometimes. I know it's always something stupid usually.
Well, I mean, he just, to him, he's, and this is what some individuals from, I guess his wife, he told, is like, Hanson's career spanned, well, his career as a Soviet spy was interrupted in 1980 when he was caught by his wife. Wow. And with top secret documents. And,
good on her.
And his wife said, he told me he was just tricking the Russians and feeding them false information. And that's what she told the New York Times. And then he never said he was spying. I just told him that I thought it was insane. And his wife forced him to confess to a priest with ties to Opus Dei. That's like some freaking... what's the name of that freaking Da Vinci Code shit, right? That's like some... That's some, yeah, wow, dude. So, the ultra conservative Catholic organization, wow, you were just talking about Catholic and religion.
That's
or
so
the
funny.
couple belonged to, and the priest said he would not go to authorities if Hansen vowed to stop what he was doing and give the money to charity.
Wow. You tithe, just tithe, man.
Just like, what the fuck? I can see that's some like Joel Osteen type shit. I ain't gonna say nothing. Just give me the money.
Right. Just donate.
Just donate the money and you'll be good. Is that like some Robin Hood shit? But you're still selling out your country. Exactly that. Fuck that. I would never sell out my country.
That's crazy.
So his wife, by 1985, he was once again selling American secrets to Moscow. And he was arrested in 2001 after making a dead drop of classified material in a plastic bag in a Virginia park near his home while under surveillance by the FBI, who had been watching him for months. Caught red-handed.
I just find it funny that his wife was like, yeah, you need to confess this to the priest. And he was like, yeah, you're probably right. And did, like, the first time around. That's
well, see, that's the thing. The priest is like, I mean, the priest is like, oh, I think you need to go ahead and just go ahead and confess it. And, you know, in a way, was the priest culpable as well? I mean, think about this. Think about it. He got money from Ivan to sell secrets, right?
Yeah.
And then the priest knew about it as well. And the priest, knowing this, knows that money came from Russia. No, it's like blood money, man. And so now that money, I wonder what new churches sprouted around the area, or you know what I mean, or hey, you just kind of like, yeah, dude. What's your angle? You know what I mean, Padre?
Well, Jesus doesn't care as long as it's green. That's the moral of the story.
Talking to the Lord, and he said, "Thank you for that new steeple from Robert Hansen." I mean, oops, you know. The priest was probably the tipster for the FBI. That's a good one too. That's another good one. At his sentencing, he said he was sorry, and he admitted that he did it for the money. I apologize. This dude, I mean, come on, man. You could get the grift somewhere else. You could retire as an FBI agent, write some books, some spy novel books and shit like that and stuff like that, and be good.
Yeah. But I mean, he apologized, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thoughts and prayers. He talked to a priest that was connected to Opus Dei, bro. That opens up a whole new conspiracy right there. That's like, That's like, do I got to call my Masonic lodge and say, hey man, what's up? What's up with Hanson's fucking priest and shit? You know what I mean? It'd be like, if you guys are in the, know about, Opus Dei, the Vinci Code, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, when you find time between moving world pieces around, I'd like an explanation of what's going on here.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to know the details because I want to be read onto that stuff as well. I want to know what's up. Yeah. They're always sorry when they get caught. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Since July 17, 2002, he was a prisoner at the Florence Maximum Security Prison, the most secure federal prison in the country, at home to other high-profile inmates like, I didn't know this, Al-Qaeda's terrorist Zarakias Massawi, Boston bomber, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, the guy with the Boston bomber, the failed shoe bomber Richard Reed, and Ted Kaczynski. They're all fucking there at the same spot.
Oh man, old Ted.
That was fucking okay. There we go. Hanson's story became the basis for, of course, that movie that I just showed you called Breach.
Yep.
Billy Ray, who directed and co-wrote the movie, said Hanson's actions made us fundamentally a weaker country. What does he mean by that? Does that mean we're woke now or something? I'm just kidding. I think obviously I know why. Sources and stuff like that. I mean, just the fucking sack to fucking do that.
Crazy.
I know that. And I don't know enough. I don't know deep dive, but I know enough about the intel world that when you start talking to sources, you start talking about who people are contacting, people that were spying for us and all this other shit. I'm pretty sure he had what was his damage to the fucking, what was his damage to the intel side of it? Our spy network and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So good old Big Ted. I heard his house, like his little fucking mini home, went for fucking like thousands of dollars for auction, I think, or is it the head HQ? I can't remember. But yeah, so again, it's just a rest in piss, dude. You sell out your fucking country. I don't care. You're a traitor. Because what if you were out there doing stuff Coast Guard wise, and the next thing you know, you're doing coasty stuff, and his information that he provided Ivan could have caused one of your cutters to get fucked up or something like that.
Right.
I mean, that's how
lose people, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, fucking to not even to do that, it's just like, oh man, it sucks. I know a lot of people are like, well, I mean, that there is no excuse. There's no excuse. If you sell out, if you're, especially when hit to Russia, to Ivan, to Moscow, I mean, not necessarily a friendly group of individuals to whatever. I mean, they're not our friends. And this was during like the Soviet Union. I mean, come on, man. We watched Red Dawn back in the day. I mean, that was during that time. So that was. At any rate, so what was the other thing we were going to talk about? Some of the stuff here I'm going to. This is some Sargent's time discussion. Some news right now about the VA improperly spent or lost roughly $3.5 billion in fiscal 2022. That's the next story. The VA. Go ahead.
No, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm not surprised at all.
It's the VA, dude. Come on. It's like, how could you?
Yeah.
The VA improperly spent or lost roughly $3.5 billion. Damn. In fiscal year 2022 across several programs that is required by law to track and improve management of department outlays. So.
Yeah. I always talk to my buddies, man. Like I tell them, the VA is like my non-military buddies. Like the VA is single-handedly like both one of the greatest resources for veterans and also one of the worst things that can happen to veterans, all like in one bundle. And not to completely shit talk the VA, but I mean, you've heard horror stories. You've probably experienced horror stories with the VA, but I also have had a lot of great benefits,
of course,
through the VA, right?
Of course,
and so
of
it's
course.
like this thing, like, I want to hate on them completely, but I also rely on them for a lot of things, and I'm grateful for a lot of things they provide. But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah,
Come
exactly. I just imagine right now your VA benefits are going to be cut off. But wait, we saw your podcast. The VA Office of Inspector General's office reported today that the department could not account for $1.4 billion in spending.
Wow.
And while the remaining amount was made up of non-monetary losses, it cannot be recovered, or were the result of unknown or unexplained payments.
Unexplained payments. Wow.
Massey, how can I unexplained payment? I mean, I know when I'm giving money,
Yeah.
strippers,
Yeah.
Booze, cigarettes,
Whatever.
friggin'
Whatever.
I know where that money's going, but the VA, I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, of course, this is the write up here from military.com. The amount is significantly lower than the 11.37 billion in losses reported in 2020. So it's better. It's better.
It's a few billion. It's a lot of billion less.
Yeah, we got a little swag there. I mean, come on.
Oh my God.
Nonetheless, Inspector General noted that the 1.4 billion in complete unaccounted spending remains significantly higher than the amount that fell under the category in 2020, 892 million. Dude, when we millions and billions, and we just talk about it like, oh well, it's better than what we did last time.
It's better. It's totally fine.
It's not a big deal. I mean, at least it wasn't a billion. It's only 842 million. It's 92 million. Who cares?
Yeah. Right. I don't understand. Like it's the same way with any military branch. The amount of money that they hemorrhage and just can't account for, which there's all kinds of conspiracy theories that go behind that as well. But I don't understand how that much gets unaccounted for. Like that level of finances. A few million, it's a lot, but it's a huge organization. So yeah, okay, they can't place $2 million for the year. Okay, sure, but when you get billion fucking dollars,
I get about maybe up to $1 million, but when you start talking into billions and the hundreds of million,
yeah,
then you're like, dude, are you really gonna like do that to us? Are you gonna really like freaking just tell everybody and then say we need more funding? That's what trips me out about some of these agencies.
Yeah,
when they lose money, like the Pentagon, I clear my throat. It's coming. Drink some coffee and clear my throat here, like the Pentagon. And then we wonder why. We want more money now. We want more. We want a bigger ship. This dude. You can't even account. Like there's money missing. Like legit. I mean, I can at least. It's funny how they can. If they overpay you, they damn sure will get your fucking money from you.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, if they overpay you, that's shit's
They're like quick. They're pretty. You accounted for my shit.
Yeah.
You paid me $200 extra, but by the way, we glitched it and we fucked it up. So now we're taking $2,000 from you. And wait a minute, I thought you said it was $200.
Yeah.
We're not paying you. So yeah, it's just like okay.
Wow.
So today, I think it's like the 79th anniversary of D-Day.
79.
79th anniversary, dude, of D-Day.
Talk to me when it's 80. That's when I care. It's, the only the even numbers. They're the only ones that matter.
Well, I mean, dude, there's some old timers out there that are still rocking it. They're in their late 80s and 90s that are going to the Memorial Day, event right now in Normandy. And that's one thing that I kind of support too, is because France and Belgium, they really do appreciate some of the shit we do. So I kind of don't mind, do I think it's a big boondoggle when everybody and their fucking mother goes to Normandy commemoration? Yes. Do I think that sending a representation of, a delegation from the military to go, not too much, not a whole. Now, some units send their whole fucking organizations and they go jump. That's badass. Yeah. Or they fucking go and send, they'll send like some of the command teams and then they'll send like a platoon or two here. That's cool. I like that.
Right.
But if it's a bunch of officers on a staff ride, then I'm kind of like, hey, what about the Joes? The Joes need to know more about it because senior leader training gets a lot into the historical stuff like that. And Joe just never gets to see something like that unless you're stationed in Germany.
Yeah.
So currently right now, on the night is the night of nights. Tonight is the night of nights. So basically, because we're a day behind, Europe.
Right.
It's technically June 6th. So it's already June 6th overseas. So Dwight Eisenhower talked about he had two speeches. There was two speeches. There was one that was you are the one that to pump them up. You're about to embark on the Great Crusade, blah 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 blah, and which is cool. I don't think you'd be able to use that word today. Would you be able to use? I mean, because people get politically correct. Separation of church and state, yada yada. Well, we're just beating up religion today, aren't we?
I know, right? Oh, it's great.
It's like You're about to ready to embark on a great crusade. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Crusade. Crusade. Toward to which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you, and hopes and prayers of liberty. Loving people everywhere march with you in company with our brave allies and brethren in arms and other fronts. You will be bringing the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. That's just the first paragraph. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
How come nobody writes fucking speeches like this anymore?
Right, exactly. Well, yeah, he had two speeches. He had one that was this is the pump you up speech right here, and then he had the hey we did good speech, and then he also had we fucked up, and this is an utter failure speech. Like he had an alternate speech,
but they'd all three be eloquent as shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well trained, well equipped, and battle hardened. He will fight savagely. I mean, that kind of like, fucking the largest amphibious operation on the planet at the time. Well, to this day, I think. But yeah, I have full confidence in your courage, devotion, and duty and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. See? And like you said, it was eloquently spoke. Whether you're religious or not, you'll find religion when you're. I mean, you saw fucking Saving Private Ryan. I think religion was freaking. You know what I mean? We're freaking. Religion was found pretty fucking quick as soon as you that ramp dropped from the Higgins boat.
100%. Yeah.
I know I would be. I'd be fucking. Like, oh shit! Could you just imagine going across those beaches?
Yeah. Can't. I couldn't imagine. Honestly, I don't think anybody really can.
I'm shocked that we did that. I mean, just when you think about the mass, could you think about it right now? If we were to do D-Day today, what would happen? How do you think our military would handle D-Day of today?
Oh man, I don't know.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
it'd be like holy shit. I think Americans would be pretty pissed off that the first wave of how many casualties we have would be the one that would cause the first. And of course, politics of today would be added to it.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, the politics of, whoever was, say if it was Biden or say if it was Trump. Right. It's their fault.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. Yep. And then you take the mental state of the young men and women that would be going in. And that's a whole different comparison. It's apples and oranges these days.
It'd be on TikTok.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be on a fucking TikTok, and people would be doing selfies. Hey, hey, what's going on? Hey, it's me and Massey chilling on the beach.
D-Day 2023.
D-Day 2320. Well, let's go. YOLO. Fuck, man.
Yeah. Yep.
The enemy would find out about the first wave via TikTok and Twitter before the first boat leaves.
Yeah.
It'd be tweeted out. Then we'd have some smug individuals on fucking social media, especially on Twitter. That's where you find the most smugness. You smell that? Smell that smug? Go to Twitter. That's where you're smelling the smug. So I couldn't even imagine the whole fucking makeup of that shit. That whole freaking, just that whole endeavor in itself. It's like, fuck, dude. We have all these. We have amphibious, a lot of army units, our Canadian allies, British allies, and then we fucking have airborne personnel. Both airborne divisions are fucking doing their shit. I mean, it just like, holy, I just couldn't even, again, just watching Saving Private Ryan or watching Band of Brothers, you just couldn't, you just couldn't, I always watch those movies in awe, or the TV series too, Band of Brothers. I watched that in awe because I'm thinking like, dude, those guys had a fucking set. I mean, and they were young as shit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even. U.S. Army WTF moments would be getting a lot of content. We're bored. We're here in Britain. We're supposed to be doing D-Day, and it's not supposed to fucking happen. Blah 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 blah. I mean, the U.S. Army WTF wouldn't post a fucking invasion and stuff like that, but
crazy.
WTF moments of fucking D-Day.
I had a talking about, there's very few guys around that time. I had a very very short-lived show that I was doing called More Than War. It was conversations with combat veterans, right? Specifically focused on them and not focusing necessarily on what they did in combat as much as just their lives in general, pre-military, post, how that combat time affected them, changed their lives, blah, 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 blah. And that was the ultimate goal, is to get the older generation that was on there and capture some of those stories, right? And talk to them and get them in Never got around to that just because life happened. You know, it's still on the bucket list, and
Right.
don't know a lot of vets that age that I wanted or that I was able to get in touch with to come on, and because most guys that age, they're not going to be that technologically involved for a remote session. So it was going to involve me traveling and bringing my setup and all that stuff. But
Right.
I'd like to do because some of their stories, and again, not even combat stories, but just from their lives are just so incredible, and they're fading away quickly. You know, I think they should be captured at some point.
Yeah, I mean, let me show you some pictures here. And this is a D-Day commemoration because the Big Red One was there, and this is from some of the citizenry. I mean, it's different when you see, it's different when you see "Thank you for your service" or "We support the troops" here than you do overseas. When you're overseas, and you're especially in Europe, especially around this time, with D-Day happening and all that, you see a whole different support the troops, or you see a whole different "Thank you for your service." Let me show you some pictures here. These are some reenactors and some kids that are holding up a Big Red One patch.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get better than that. You know,
That's awesome.
you don't see you don't see stuff like that here. You don't see it, you know. If anything else, you see us posting memes about somebody complaining about not getting their military discount or something like that, or or whatever. You don't see.
Do you know what my husband does for the
Oh my God, that's the new thing that's happening right now. You know, my husband, you know, my husband's a colonel, or my husband's this, or my husband's that, and yeah. Or don't call me Dependa, you know, or something like that. I'm thinking, Jesus, yeah, that took a turn. I think family members should take that back. Take the term back. Take the back. Don't see it as a fucking insult. See it as fucking, you know, hey, you are dependent. You're dependent on that service member. You could change the name however you want to fucking do it. But the French embassy in the U.S. Posted this image here, and they also posted a message with a message to us, and it says, on June 6, 1944, Allied troops launched an attack in northern France to turn the tide of World War II and taking back control of German-occupied region. We are always grateful for our oldest allies and the friendship, and remember who fought for freedom. That is, that's like, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. I mean, think about it. These guys right now that you see getting off the fucking ramp of the boat right now.
Yeah,
they're getting shot. Yeah, they're getting shot at. Some of them didn't fucking make it.
Yep, a lot of them didn't fucking make it.
Yeah. I shouldn't say some. You're right. A lot of them didn't make it. So it's stuff like that I kind of like. I'm really thinking about, man, what would happen if we were to do D-Day today? What would be our defining D-Day moment for us? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Wow. That's great. It's a hell of a picture, too.
79 years ago. That's freaking. Of course, a bunch of movies made from it. The Longest Day, and all that. So of course, Saving Private Ryan. I'm trying to find. There's a video out here. I'm looking at. So these guys, I think they're doing it. I think they already did it. Where the guys jumped.
Oh yeah.
Now the 82nd and the 173rd, I think they jumped into Normandy. They do it every year. Obviously with some COVID stuff that didn't happen.
Right.
But yeah, here freaking that, like, here we have Vince Speranza and Joe Riley reunited in 2017, and these guys were in the 101st Airborne Division.
Wow.
And let me get a good picture up here with these guys. And these guys met up. Let me rewind this stuff too, because there we go. There we go.
Wow.
So, could you imagine, like, these old timers, man? These are the these are the man. These, you literally have to say, these are the fucking greatest, the greatest generation to do that shit. There's just like, oh, I'm always in awe when I see old timers like this, fucking.
Yeah.
Getting on
the shit they did, man.
Yeah, jeez. Dude, you're like, fuck, man, you fucking, and then what's funny is that they look at it like, no big deal. They're fucking humble as shit. They're like, just doing our job.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what we were supposed to do. It's what we had to do.
Yeah, we had to do it. Me and Krasansky from Jersey, and we got another guy from Texas. We decided just to jump in there, and not a big deal. And it was like no big deal. And you're like, damn, dude.
Yeah,
we just had a job to do. And I'm like, man,
Jesus.
Yeah, you're just like freaking. So shout out to all the veterans that served. You know,
Guys, I have to stay on the boat. I have a tummy ache. I can't. I don't
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
I don't think I can make it.
Yeah, good job. Oh, God. Can I go on sick call?
No. I'm having a very high anxiety day. I don't think I can get in the water.
Jump Master, I think you're aggressing on me. You're giving me microaggressions. Bitch, we're about ready to go to France. Yes, but I don't like the way you're yelling at me.
Yeah, it's making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Okay. So yeah. So I shout out to all the veterans, and the families too that they've lost their family members in that. It's just so freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. So officially today, not officially today, but officially now, or today, we are now looking at Fort Liberty.
Okay.
It's no longer Fort Bragg. So Fort Bragg, the new name change has happened.
Oh, okay.
So we're now we're Liberty. My kid loves that commercial.
Wow.
Emo
Fort
Limo.
Liberty.
Yeah. So now we're Liberty. Now we're Liberty due to the base renaming commission.
Wow.
And the thing that I don't want to say, I'm not.
I wonder how much money that cost. How much did that name change cost over time for if you factor in time and boards and decisions and things that were passed? How much did that name change fucking cost the U.S. taxpayer?
Well, I would probably say a couple barracks buildings.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Probably some. We fitting to clean that mold out, right? Nah, we're just gonna go ahead and rename installations.
Right.
And if you know the thing, if you did that, at least give it a fucking good name. Like
cool name, yeah.
Like Fort Ridgeway or Gavin, or Fort Lee, the pioneers of airborning.
Yeah.
Not freaking this Fort. There's rumors abound about why it was named Fort Liberty. There's a rumor out there right now, and I don't know if it's an urban legend. I don't know if it's true. But supposedly there was a rift between special operations and conventional leadership on the post.
Really?
That they couldn't get along. And so that they decided to name it Liberty. Now again, I don't know the details of that.
Right.
But I will say that they have the most ugliest fucking sign that you could ever put on an installation.
Yeah, that's not pretty.
Let me just soak that in right now.
Soak that in. Really terrible content mapping and space.
Dude, right? Is it, dude? Okay, I thought it was just. Isn't it like your fucking margins and your spacing across? It gets me,
I'm assuming it's an LED sign, like a digital display of some kind.
I don't think it is.
No, is it not?
I don't think it is at all.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I don't think it is at all.
That's so bad.
So
bad.
I'm like, ugh, gross.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a very poorly executed sign.
Well, I mean, again, I totally get the base name renaming commission changing names out from yada yada and fucking from Confederate leaders and blah. The argument that argument's already done. The commission already did their thing. They asked for the audience to come out, and I'm hearing two things. The story right now currently is an urban legend is that the leaders didn't get along whether they're going to name it on freaking exactly. If they consulted one of the handful of 25 mics on post. The majority of 25 mics are at Fort Liberty. But that's a graphic illustrator. I know that. I don't know if you know anything about what 25 mics are. That's a
I did not.
Okay, yeah, that's a graphic. I'm sorry. I forgot you're Coasty Puddle Pirates. My bad. Get on the fucking vernacular, son. Anyways,
yeah, so aggressive.
Hey, there's a rumor that the leadership didn't get along on the name, and another rumor is that they Combat Crayolas. That's right, baby. Combat Crayolas or tactical tapestries. But another one is that it was a Gold Star mom. It was like her son or whatever. I don't want to disrespect Gold Star moms, but you know, I don't know the details. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the competing details of that. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just keep my fucking mouth shut because, you know, if it's a Gold Star, I'm saying if it's a Gold Star mom, and it's commemoration of her son, and she was asking for my, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna diss it, but Jesus fucking Christ, that sign.
Yeah, it excuses nothing.
It excuses. Yeah, you could. I know Fort Liberty could look so much baller with a better fucking sign. I mean, me and Spanky were thinking about putting those names, Gavin and Ridgeway, over the original sign to kind of like troll the Army. But then once we realized how much those signs cost, we're like, fuck that, we're not gonna do that. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Fort Benning, now Fort Moore. We were gonna go to Fort Bragg, now Fort Liberty, and we were gonna fucking hang redesigns of the signs of the new names that we wanted, that we submitted.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh God, that's right. Oh, Holly, I gave birth to a Liberty, so she's a fan of the name. So now think about exactly that, Holly. Now you can say now you can tell your little one.
There you go.
And there you go. There's a Fort Liberty. So
for better or for worse with that sign.
For better, yeah, exactly. You could say, yeah, you could tell Liberty, Holly, that's that child. You could say, hey, you know, there you go. They named an installation for you.
Yeah.
And give her that. Just don't tell her to, you know, just don't tell her to listen to this podcast, because the next day she's gonna be like getting over it. I heard ice on freaking WTF Nation Radio. That it was,
my God.
It was bullshit. It was fake, Mom.
Yeah, Ice and his kid on there just talking shit.
He's not lying to his kid. He had his kid on. Oh man. But yeah, hey, look, they could have done a better sign, but you know,
yeah. But why would they?
Yeah, I mean, it's Army. Leave it to the Army. It's Army. It's Army. So, I mean, there's retired. The naming commission said that the North Carolina military installation is not one renamed after a person. Retired U.S. Army Brigadier General Ty Seidel, I don't want to mispronounce his name, said at the commission meeting last year that the new name was chosen because liberty remains the great American value.
Okay.
So
there you go.
There you go.
No, nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah, that's a little bit, yeah. I would have loved to have seen Fort Gavin or Fort Lee. From you know, all the airborne pioneers. You know, Fort Ridgeway or something like that.
Right.
Massey, they could have left it. They could have left it alone. There was actually, I think there was an artillery officer, a Union artillery officer named Bragg. Anyways, so they would just say it was named after him. It would have been good. Or Fort Spiker, or Fort Shootgart Gordon, exactly. Or Fort Alwyn Cache. Well, I was saying Fort Alwyn Cache for Fort Benning, and then, or you know, Fort Benavides would have been good because you know, Special Forces connection to it. But again, of course, if that's the name you want to go, then I guess that's the name. You know, the decision's been made. You can't really, you know, beat the Army over that. But yeah, also today, well, actually it was yesterday, because it's now a day ahead, is also the anniversary in 1989. Tank Man stood in front of of a row of column of tanks. I'm gonna just go ahead and just throw this tweet up from Task and Purpose here. And the massacre at Tiananmen Square, June 5th, 1989. Now, the Chinese people, West Taiwan, I should say, because I got blocked by several Chinese ambassadors for posting memes on them, calling them West Taiwan.
Nice.
They got pretty upset. They tried to I got reported and everything too. They have some Twitter. They're like, yep, you got reported. He says that the lap dance is always better when the stripper is crying. Brother, woo! Can't say that. Anyways, on to the next topic. Yeah. So Tank Man stands in front of a column of tanks, Chinese tanks, leaving Tiananmen Square. And he did this after thousands had been killed by Chinese troops in the days prior. His fate is still unknown.
Yep.
If you ask a Chinese citizen about this video, they're like, what are you talking about?
The propaganda. Yeah, they've erased it from
they've erased it from their freaking their memory banks. They've erased it from their own. Like this did not happen.
Well, Tiananmen Square in general has been erased, or has been tried very hard to erase out of cultural memory.
Right, exactly. I got banned in China, dude. I got banned in China and Belarus and Russia because we were shit posting them with memes as well. I always like to throw the Taiwan hashtag. Taiwan is a country. And boy, do they get fucking mad. They get pissed. And then of course I add the West Taiwan memes and
of course
and all that. And they get all freaking. I don't know why they get all frustrated. They should just leave Taiwan alone. As a matter of fact, I think I got a. Let's see, Taiwan is a country. If you go to hashtag Taiwan is a country, you'll just any social media platform, you'll see it.
Nice. I'm gonna have to actively get back on Twitter. You've sold me,
bro. You just even if you don't. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get banned in China. Fuck them. There we go. Bam. There we go. Taiwan is a country.
That's beautiful.
That fuck you, Z. So that is a patch, a morale patch for the Taiwanese Air Force.
Okay.
And they have their bear bitch slapping fucking Winnie the Pooh, because everybody knows Winnie the Pooh is a banned character in China because someone said that Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Right.
And so he hated it and he banned it. He banned Winnie the Pooh. Well, because everybody knows, obviously, what's the biggest thing on social media you should never do is say something bothers you or offends you.
Absolutely.
That's not nice to make fun of. Of course, Taiwan said, "Fuck that. We're just gonna go ahead." This Taiwanese Air Force. I want to get one of these.
Yeah.
I want to get one of these. Yeah, but they got hot chicks that want to become Americans. Are you talking about oh, dude, man, I got spammed so much by freaking Chinese bot accounts saying that, "Hi, I'm new to this country. Would you like to sponsor me?" And all. I'm like, no, thank you.
Right.
Of course, yeah. I'm not gonna get in trouble for some shit saying, well, the meme you posted. Speaking of memes, here's another one here too. I'll you don't think I'm crazy? I'll fucking drop this one too. Look at that. Oh man, I'll pay good money for that patch. Maybe we should ask the members of the Taiwanese Air Force who made that patch to come on WTF Nation Radio and shoot this shit for Sergeant's time.
Absolutely. I love the crop top though. That's magical.
Don't you love AI? AI is so awesome when it comes to that. You just say Xi Jinping, Winnie Pooh, go.
And there it is.
And there it is. There it is right there. It's fucking awesome. Let me see. Let me look for some of the memes that I posted.
Nice. I do love me some memes.
Yeah, dude. Meme warfare is a regular warfare. Let's see. Yeah, here's one of the memes that I posted on this is the one that got me fucking blocked from a couple of Visit Beautiful West Taiwan.
Nice.
And there's another one here. Fuck it, everything's Taiwan. Oh man, let me fix it.
I like really east Gun Taiwan.
It's fantastic. Gun Taiwan, exactly that. We're Gun Taiwan. There's really Gun east. They're really, and then cold Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then
Pizza Taiwan.
And there's a bigger map right there about that. I'm looking right now. I'm seeing if we're gonna get banned or not. Seeing if the station Twitter or the station fucking account's gonna get fucking banned.
Everything. Ban it all.
Ban it all. Yeah, Jeff. You may ban us, but you can't ban all of us. There was another one here. There's another one. Slavic Taiwan. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Here's another one here that got everybody all fucking, that got them all wrapped up. Because a lot of Soviet and Chinese propaganda are almost like, they almost mimic each other. Like they have this chiseled individuals that are like, oh, well, their posters that they have created a story that everyone kind of like went along with. And this, I didn't make this meme, but someone sent me this meme. But this one is a Chinese Soviet propaganda, looks like a story of an interracial gay couple who bought a farm, had 2 kids, and lived happily ever after.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Doesn't it look like it's showing, Russian and Chinese brotherhood, but when you read it at that context,
it's very homoerotic.
It's very homoerotic. You're like, hey, it is. Maybe we should put some rainbow flags behind it too, because it's Pride Month anyway.
Pride Month.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
it would be like, man, I freaking love it. So that right there, I think that was the one that got me banned or got me blocked from a couple of Chinese diplomats.
That's wonderful.
They got butthurt about it. So the reason why I say that is because China, and this is the last story before we do a housekeeping and stuff like that. China aggressively crossed in front of one of our ships.
Yeah.
Oh, so you heard about that?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. What's the?
Yeah. And I don't know. It always intrigues me how those end up, because you report on them, but there's never really any action taken as far as publicly anyway.
Well, my biggest thing is that I kind of would like to know, hey, are y'all gonna fucking do shit? I mean,
yeah.
And here's the video released from the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know anything about ship stuff. You know this more than me, but you know that right there is pretty freaking close.
It's pretty close. That's uncomfortably close.
Uncomfortably close. And I was like, China, if you want to fuck around and find out,
yeah,
we can we can rearrange. I mean, we just bump the fuckers. Well, what the fuck they gonna do?
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't seen the video. I just read the headline.
Yeah.
That's close.
That right there. You're crossing wakes, and you're like, well, I don't know, it looks like a few hundred feet from bow to stern, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I want to know the discussions that were going on while that was going across. Like, do we fire warning shots? What do we do here?
Right, exactly. What's the rules of engagement? I mean, of course, China's just inkling for an excuse to fuck with Taiwan anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. At any rate, so this is the Monday edition with the rotating guest co-hosts. Tonight is obviously Massey. He's been pimped out. CQ said take him. So
I'm a shameless whore for attention.
You're a mic whore. Is that what you're saying?
Straight up. Yeah.
Thank you so much again, dude, for hanging out with us. And always I think you have a you rotate with CQ anyway. So this is a Monday.
Every now and then. He has last time I was on his show, the video app crashed completely. So I'm pretty sure I broke his show, and I don't think I've been back on since then. So,
really?
Yes. I don't know if he's banned me. Maybe I don't think he loves me anymore.
He said, no. He told me I had to give you back.
Oh, okay.
He had to give you back for now until you come on next time.
No, but I appreciate you having me on, man. I'm happy to come on anytime. I always have a good time with you guys.
Yeah, it's fun. So today we have today is the 5th of June. Tomorrow is obviously going to be the bigger commemoration of D-Day, and then of course we have John Arquette and Josh Sadhouse from US Patriot talking about some giveaways and things they've done for the veteran community. You might have seen them peddling their wares and the PX stuff like that. We're not going to talk about the retail stuff. We're going to talk about what they've done and what they do for the veteran community and for our service members. So that's cool that they're going to come on the 7th.
Nice.
And then of course this is not a bye week for Friday Night Freedom. Matter of fact, let me get the graphic up here. Let me get the I always have my graphics that I gotta put for the
nice
so that everybody sees the shows that I'm doing. You're not gonna be in here. It's just gonna be, you're gonna see it, but you're not gonna be in it. So there you go.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. So of course Tuesday is a pop culture warrior with CQ. Oh, real quick before I fucking even continue with the roll up, dude, did you see CQ talking to the fucking Fonz?
Yeah, I messaged him. I always comment hate messages on Instagram. I am on Instagram, and I'm always like, I fucking hate you with every time you go. I hate you a little bit more,
dude. And, I mean, the freaking Fonz, pop culture warrior, man. He's out there collecting. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can just pull up his. Let me just pull up the video. You're gonna have to follow him on.
Yeah,
he's a legend. If you guys, the Fonz, come on,
yeah.
So here's CQ. I mean, we're not going to play the sound, so we can go ahead and continue with the thing. But there's our CQ.
Yeah,
shooting the shit with the Fonz, aka Henry Winkler, one of the biggest supporters of the veteran community. and they was there at the Fan Expo Philadelphia. CQ is mandated by us at WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and by me, your ass will go to cons. What better job to have to be told to go get some fucking con time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's gonna be posting his highlights and discussing that. I don't want to spoil anything because that's CQ stuff, and I don't want to spoil it. But they're just giving you a little sneak preview. Henry Winkler, legend, shooting the shit with fucking
Fonz.
Yeah, the Fonz. Oh man. So, did he go to Chicago Con a few weeks ago? I sent him to several. He goes to a lot of cons. I don't know how many cons he goes to, but he. Let's put it this way: I tell him go to cons, and he goes. So that I'm pretty sure CQ is going to be talking about his experience interviewing Henry Winkler. That's his exclusive. I'll give it to him so that way he can do that. And then of course that's Pop Culture Warrior. And then Wednesday is going to be US Patriot, the team there for the Smoke Pit. And then Thursday, Sergeant's Time, All Mill News. We've got a bunch of military news to discuss. And then a Friday Night Freedom this week, because this is not a bye week. This is a show week for Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Pookie. Saturday's a day off, and of course we have the sports bar with the coach and the actual King Smith. Nice. So it would behoove you to become a special guest at convention. I was actually, I was a guest at a Comic-Con, and so I was a guest with Eddie McClintock, Terry Farrell, Brent Spiner, Star Trek icons, and yeah, so I got to freaking hang out, and it was a great time. Oh, I love that time.
You ask if you were a part of the Magalorian.
Was it the Magalorian? Yeah, but we are planning, Josiah. We are planning to hit all the other cons that are around there and set up a booth. We set up one booth at Wasabi Con in Florida. And so it was sort of pseudo our share, but we're in plans. Me and CQ and the head shed, Spanky and Mom, we'd like to freaking butt our heads together and come up with some ideas. But that isn't the plan, Josiah. We are planning on hitting a con to where we will be signing autographs, throwing pictures up, giving people swag. And also we're also in conversation with doing a live show, like that WTF Nation Radio live. Nice. Almost like a next Netflix special. Think about it like that. So, and it's all CQ's fault because he's the one that decides to, hey, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, all right, let's go do it. And the next thing you know, fucking, all right, you're in charge, you do it. And he's like, wait a minute. Well, you wanted to do it. I'm just breaking balls, Mike. I appreciate all the work you've been doing and I appreciate the hard work, especially, come on, getting Henry Winkler, fucking Henry the Fonz, dude. So, yeah, exactly that. You hit it right in the head, Patrick. As soon as we find out what the details are to do a con like that, that one live show will be a live venue show recorded and then posted on other platforms. We're working with different people to see what platforms we could get it on, but it would be just like a Netflix special. And you'd be seeing it live. It would be recorded live. We don't know if we want to do it live, like, post it like here on some of the socials or hype it up. I don't know, it depends. But if that's successful, then yes, a WTF Nation tour is likely to happen with that. So it'd be like a giant TED Talk. Imagine me and you coming out on the stage and just bantering back and forth and discussing topics like this and all that, interacting with the audience. But I'm excited. Yeah. So don't forget, we have a show streaming live. At least we try to stream it live at 8:00. Live, to the different platforms that will keep us on, because I know we've been having some hiccups with some of our socials because of some of the stuff we posted and then it just goes blank. We're like, wait a minute. Yeah, we're like, it's not China. So we're on 5 live platforms. So we're on Twitter right now, 2 Facebook pages at WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF Moments. And of course we have a YouTube page, WTF Nation Radio, and a Twitch channel. Jump on there. Fans wanted a Twitch channel so that way they can game and listen to us while we're on. So all right, there you go. And so yeah, 8:00 every day except for Saturday. This is the Monday edition of Ice, and that's the Massey. Nice. So, do you have anything to say before we take off?
Man, I just appreciate you having me. I had a hell of a good time. Hope we can do it again.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, guys, gals, thank you so much for hanging out. And shouts. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at war horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at war horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again. And then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.